they must provide lead to the people, and they must be the guiding and the driving force behind the policies that we formulate at the national and at the provincial level. And I'm sure that I'm not an expert, and I'm a layman in almost every field, but this is a matter of common sense. You don't have to be a Socrates. If you don't have proper priorities for your children, then you never know where finally they are going to land up. So this is, I must say that very few buildings are of that quality. I am a master of jack of all trades. So I know I can just look at that building and see whether it's the furniture and also. And so you have given a very good start to the younger people. And it is for the younger people, the library reason I am one of them. When I was a student, I hardly went to the university ever. And they were spent in classes. So they will go only to a class when they thought that it would be more useful. So we must encourage the culture of visiting library. We don't have that culture. And that also we must develop the culture of reading books. Even if it's a book that my father would not allow me to read, let me put it this way, but even reading something is better than not reading at all. So this is the culture we must develop. And they also encourage the students. This library, I hope that this is just a beginning. Only buildings, and as I said during this, the laboratories are important, the libraries are important, but to the Vice Chancellor, that I would like to, because that will make me very happy to see boys and girls both working in libraries to our present day challenges. For example, today we have a crisis of energy. Now, it is for you to tell us, and more so a University of Science and Technology, you must make researches. You know, it's when you talk of developed and undeveloped, I think the patents, which are owned about 53%, this is something, and that means what? This means money. It is the patent right that you pay for, not for the actual material that is given to you. So it is again based on research. And Bannu also has a history. I was reading some book, I'm not very, maybe Dr. Bannu, promoting education and all that. So it's a pity that people from outside come and they help us and they take interest in education. And we try to de-educate people by consciously and unconsciously. So I think that language against any people, I think it is the first step of education is that we start developing respect for each other and we tolerate each other. Because tolerance and respect, if you have these two qualities inculcated in the younger generation, that is also key to success. Mr. Vice Chancellor, you deserve our, what should I say, you have done a wonderful job. You have been, because from 2006 and 7, 4 or 5 years is no time for making such a progress that we, and I'm sure that at least the buildings and everything, material things that I can see, they look unlike a governmental organization.
Thank you.
And it shows that money has been well spent. So that is one thing that we must encourage those people who really do things properly, and also discourage at the same time people who don't do things properly. Some of the problems that you mentioned, you can always bank on my support wherever it is required. And I think we need another meeting at Peshawar where you and your team, whosoever they are, we can sit together. I can call my team and we can sit and discuss issues and And this much assurance I can give you that as far as I am concerned, my first priority is education. Unfortunately, we are confronted with other very serious issues like law and order and extremism and all that kind of stuff, but which divides our focus and which it doesn't allow us to focus on one issue. But then I tell you, the Minister's office shall be used for further improvement of this area, because you are abutting the tribal areas, and that makes this university more important. Because somebody was telling me that we have now, coming to the tribal students, we'll also look into this issue, and we'll see whether in all the universities where the tribal students are studying, they are mostly, although it has this many resources, but they are untapped. So the federal government at the moment, it finances the development and all this thing. Funds are provided by the federal government to the, and now with the 18th amendment, the federal government is getting poorer, and the provincial governments are getting richer. So that is a impediment now in my way, but I assure you that all friendly countries, they would like to help you, provided if they are satisfied that the money is well spent. And the money is spent for the purpose for which it is given. So money is never a problem, I tell everybody. Money is no problem as long as, and it speaks. If somebody comes to university, sees like the campus that you have and the kind of, and I'm glad that most of the teachers who responded immediately to some of my queries, I think it was commendable, because they knew their subject and they knew what I was talking about, and I appreciate that. With these remarks, last but not the least, I think it was a really great pleasure, sir, having met you, Khan, and you look more like a person from Bannu than any other area, and a better Muslim than any other Muslim, I would say. So this is the kind of person that we need in our country, people like you, and you have been a great help. Your institute has been a great help. It is helping Pakistan in promotion of education, and the kind of devotion and commitment that you people have. I hope that we also learn from you that how commitment is made for the promotion of education, and that by itself is a great reward when you serve the people in promotion of education. There cannot be a better material. He served Islamia College for almost all his life, till such time that he was about to die, and he came to my. In those days, I was only practicing law, and he walked into my chambers, and he was little worried. He looked worried, and I said, Masood, I want to talk to you in privacy, and I just want to talk to you on your own. And so there was some junior lawyer sitting with me. I said, can you leave me for a minute so that I can talk to him? And look at the character of the man. He said to me that, I am sponsoring 4 or 5 students. One is and all that. And he was worried about some students who were in school. And he said that I don't know how long I am going to live. So I am more worried about the future as to how these people would be financed. So I want to create a foundation, a charity of my entire belonging and property, so that when I pass away, they don't suffer. So these are the kind of people who really, whatever we are today and the education which has been given to us, they are the source of inspiration for us. And I think that we need to create more and more people of his kind. With these remarks, I think I become more emotional. So thank you very much indeed, and I'm really grateful It was a great honor, and I'll be visiting more frequently these universities and colleges. God bless you. Thank you very much, Pakistan.
Also, the Vice Chancellor is requested to confront you. A cultural souvenir is a memento from Bannu.
This is the first.
It is a cultural symbol, sir.
Yes, but it's okay. And this is for the governor house.
And again, the Vice Chancellor